Where is top lane? Where is top lane guide? You made all other guides, but where's the top lane guide, Wackaflcka? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you Twitch top. And before we get into the game, something I want to say, so I'll just go back a bit again, ensuring that we get enough time here. Or I can just pause it. Something I want to say first, okay? If you have two world-class chefs, and you ask them both to cook a dish, the chances are that they will cook not the same dish. One might use more onions, one might use more pepper, one might use some more spices, some might use less. So, with that said, this is my cook on Twitch top. It is not normal Twitch top. This is a special Twitch top. Something I think is fun. And that is what I wanted to have this game. Another thing I want to say is that this is Diamond 1 on Europe West. I was just playing some games and I figured I'd just get it done with since people were complaining. I could obviously do a Masters too, but I think this shows the viability of this. And my take on Twitch top is kind of like a crossbreed between mid lane and support. Like a freaky crossbreed between mid and support with just a little tad of XD. Okay. And what separates this from all other Twitch top things you might think of is that I'm playing TP. And some of the things I'm doing later will also be the difference here. Again, I'm doing this game for fun. And that's what Twitch top is to me. Okay, if I'm going to play this, I'm not going to... I want to meme around a little bit. It's basically just a meme, but it's still good. I think it's viable, more than viable. And it's extremely off-meta. Like this playstyle here is completely like different from anything you've probably seen before. And what this starts off with is Jax gets invaded by the Gragas, Belveth and everyone else. He gets a bit tilted and he starts, and then the Belveth comes there to take his shit. And me, being in a funny mood, I figured, hey Belveth, you want to be a prick? Yeah, how about I be a fucking prick teammate? And I'm not saying you should do this, okay? I'm just saying that this was funny. So what I do is I just chase the Belveth here. I just wait for them to like maybe start the blue. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go here, and then going here. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just chasing still. And now they're really tilted, right? Gragas is pushing top. They could be coming, but I just end up TPing here. Just to catch the wave. I could have walked, but I could have just ended with like Gragas cut me off. So like originally, like I would not want to use my TP here because I had other plans for my TP, but yeah, don't fuck with my jungler. I will find you. So getting to this. Like the reason why I don't think Twitch top is like very like special. I think if you're playing AD, it can be bad sometimes depending on matchups. I know that Rat played it a couple of times before, right? And other people have played this. Some have played it with a support item. Some have done full roaming. But I do think if you're playing like AP, you can probably be most matchups. Like it's pretty good into melee, right? Gragas has a lot of sustain, and I don't play this perfect. I'm just mostly playing this for fun and showing a concept. So, again, Twitch top isn't alien. It's nothing like extra weird, right? But starting off the lane normally is fine. Like my first idea here was to just shove the lane or like farm, get 850 gold blasting wand, push the wave in, and then go for a recall, stealth bot lane, and gank them. And then just TP top again after that. And that's like my general plan here. Like just shove the waves, get my like blasting wand or something, certain item, just push it in, go bot, gank, TP back top, and just kind of like play like a roaming top lane thing. I don't know why I flashed there. Then it gets a bit awkward. If I had the ward right now, I would kill him. But then I figured I can get one more level. But he wasn't there. I could go back and look, but I don't know. The issue here is, of course, that the wave is shoving in, and I don't have any TP. So I'm a bit screwed here. And the wave is fucked. And I can't really walk there anymore. Same reason as bot lane when you're like shoved in like this. Jungler can come and you're just dead. So the next best thing I figured I could do is just do some roams, right? Just fuck about a bit. Force Gragas to kind of like do something by like tilting over people and like them flaming him and be like, bro, why are you freezing? Twitches are everywhere. What are you doing? And he has to shove and then I go collect the wave again. Or the second option is, hey jungler, I need help. Shove this in, please. And that is also fine. But I opt for this one here. Again, it's kind of like whatever I think, but I like this here. Now I'll kind of just show here by attacking him, like I'm not going to kill him. Just getting him low. And I think that's fine. Now stuff is going on bot lane, so I'm like, okay, let's just go there. Gragas is still kind of like freezing, so I'm like, it doesn't really fucking matter. I can just do shit. Just fuck about. This would obviously be very... Fuck. This would be... I'm just trying to not say obviously. But this would be very different if I was like not doing the thing I did level 1. I would have a lot more control in the lane. And I think if you play against most champions with AP, you'll be completely fine versus them and even have kill pressure. You do lose some though because you don't have Ignite, which is why you are playing for like the roams instead. And now you can see that the Gragas kind of like is quote unquote forced to shove in. Right? I'm 16 CS, but who gives a fuck? Now the only thing I want to do is just go top, collect some CS XP, get some gold, and chill. I have to respect him now though because he's level 6, I'm level 4. In your games, if you're playing this, I would assume you'd be in a better state than this year. Not that I'm saying that having 1 kill is bad, but I'm down in levels and gold. However, we will make it work. Because we do not give a single fuck. We will also see later that the Belvish is really mad at me for what I did, but it's fine. So... Again, like the main goal with AP is just getting Ash Tooth, right? And that's it. Then you're like kind of strong. So right now I'm just looking for my blasting one. My TP is coming back up soon. So again, I'm kind of like thinking I can go bot lane soon. I would just like to maybe get a little bit of money so I can buy a blasting one. Jax is doing void grubs now, so I figured I can cover him. I saw Belvith there, right? So I'm like, okay, I can go check if he's doing in the jungle. Maybe I can kill him. He's not there. And I noticed that he's up there by the voids. So then I'll just go on him here or her. I don't know. But they go away. And it's still fine. Jax gets the voids. He doesn't die. We are chilling. So again, you can kind of see how this is like a bit supportive, right? And then also like the mid lane thing where you just roam. I mean, I guess it kind of like goes into the same thing. But you're not really... I'm not really looking to interact more top lane here. I had some potential early game, but then it was just kind of ruined because I was down in CS. I mean, XP. Yeah, now I'm getting close to my blasting wand. Bit of an awkward situation because I will have to wait for my money. But it's still fine. And again, my TP is coming back up. Gragas isn't that good at taking plating, so I'm like completely... I feel very comfortable about like roaming here now. And since Belva was just top, it's looking... I know what's going to happen, so like I'm not saying that I had this in mind when I did. But there's always going to be a chance that Belva's going to like be there to gank or something, right? And that is what happens here. And it's not my goal to like counter gank. My goal here was just to like try and go on them and kill them. And this is like game here. The Astral and Vel'Koz was doing quite good. So they didn't really need my help, and there wasn't like any situations where they were shoved in and like getting punished, which is kind of like the situations you want. You want like a bit weaker lane, like where they're not getting pushed, killed, and kind of just unexpected you come there and just like make the odds into your team's favor and turn around. Right, like bot lane's winning here without me, but still I want to like do something because I can't really interact top lane anyway. And then once this is all finished, I can just TP top. Now I see that Gragas is roaming here. And he also ends up getting kind of screwed. And you will tilt the enemy. Like this is like Diamond 1-ish, maybe Master, I'm not sure. I have like 80% win rate on Twitch on this count. I don't know. But yeah, I would say if I can do it here, then you definitely can do it anywhere. I mean, this is my first game of playing this. There can be a lot of fine tuning here. A lot of situations to be understood. Now seeing this, I just TP'd mid. Figured I could help here again, maybe get something. But then Belviv kind of left, and I should have probably just gone top lane. And now I end up overstaying here and wasting my Q and dying, I'm pretty sure. So like, if I was to hindsight this year, I shouldn't have done this Q after this year. We'll see what happens though. Because if I did wait, like now Belviv came, right? So like if I would have waited a bit longer, then they wouldn't have been prepared for me to be there. And if that was the case, then I would probably kill Belviv. So if I was a little bit more patient there, it would have worked out. But it's still fine. Nearing my Nash's Tooth now though, and you can see the Jinx is really tilted because she's top lane. Tower's gone down. So like at this point I think the game is won. Like we're so in the enemy's head that it's just like they're boomed. Like they're just out of the game. Even though Jack's not doing too good, everyone else is doing really good. But the game does end up getting a little bit hard, but it's not like it's not really like hard. Just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny little bit. At this point, I shouldn't have done certain things there. Like I shouldn't have committed. I should have known she was dead. But I didn't pay too much attention. I could have got some more CS if I knew that. But it's still fine. Then I go for this plating, and then Melio and Belviv comes. And I tried to outplay it, but I use a sweeper. It's very hard to do anything about that. Belviv still wraps around though. However, because of the dashes, they're able to catch up. And I end up dying. Nothing to do about that. Still 1 for 1. And I got a tower plating, so I'm more than happy with that. And now that I've finished my first item, it's kind of like when we start to look at cooking a bit more than we already have been doing. I mean, I'm down CS here, like ideally again, like I would like to maximize or like increase my CS here while also being able to roam. So that is definitely something that can be perfected. And a big issue to this, of course, or contributor, is the fact that I did mess with Belviv early game. But still, I'm decently fed here. I have a Nash's Tooth already, it's around 12 minutes. Have a Dark Seal, have boots. Like, I'm not behind by any sense. I'm more ahead than I'm behind. Now Belviv took the Voids, so I know that she's going to be top lane again. And the pink here makes it kind of awkward. But this time I'm hoping they don't have a sweeper. Because then I might actually have a chance of getting away. Which I do here. So yeah, now we're just picking up some scraps. Still risky though. My memory of this game, even though it's the last game I played, is a bit vague. Can't remember if Belviv was here again or not. This is not something that would normally happen though, because normally you wouldn't have tilted the jungler to the point where they don't care about anything but killing you. So, yeah. Now Geiger shows up. Pretty sure Belviv comes as well. We'll see. It's hard to be a villain sometimes. Ace Hawk's coming. Oh no, this is what I do. Yeah, sup bitch. And then Belviv is there. And there's no getting away. I mean, I maybe could have thought, oh, I don't think I'll be dead. And here comes the cook. Atlas. World of Atlas. The cook. So, the reason why I think this works, and I theorized this when I was playing mid lane too, is that a lot of the time I would struggle with getting CS because my knowledge on that isn't that great in mid. Like, I feel like ADCs and stuff do not know how to rotate, and it's something I've struggled with when I was playing chat restricted. So I figured I can get support item. And I think it works well at this point. Because during the first 800 gold, you're going to be like roughly even with other people, simply because of the gold generation per minute or second or whatever, and also the proxy. Yeah, there has been some changes though, where everyone that has the thing will share the gold debuff. So like if Valkos has been taking a lot of minions, then I will not be able to CS at all. However, here we can see that I'm still getting the full value of gold, so that is not bad at all. And now we see Belviv is here again. They're angry. It's fine. So yeah, this is my idea. First item, just complete Nashes and then get support item. And with the power support item, you should be able to complete your death cap relatively fast. And I mean, like overall, like the value of like the wards is so big. And also the support item itself in terms of like stats and the bonus damage and that isn't actually bad. I mean, you might get to a point where you full build and you can sell it again. But I generally think like for a mid game, this is actually pretty decent. You will allow your other laners to farm. You are relatively strong still. And you just get like a bigger reason or like more power to like just roam and fuck about. You can proc your gold generation by, or like gold procs by hitting champions, which is fine. And you can also get it by getting CS. And here again, I'm taking the cannon. You can see I'm getting the full value still. But at some point now, we will see that I get the debuff. But even until now, I've managed to CS some. And oftentimes you'll have supports that are like quite, like not farming at all. Like Nautilus, Leona, like those champions are not going to do it at all. And Sona, Lulu, Yumi, right? It's like those champions is completely fine because they're not going to be stacking the gold thing anyway. It's like now you can see I have it, right? But like maybe some like Vel'Koz, I would imagine they would have some. Syra probably as well might have some. So I don't know. I just think this is really interesting and I think this is completely viable and also very spicy because it's not something people are going to think about, and I think this is really off map but also being like completely viable. I popped my ult there just to get the tower. Wanted to not commit too hard so I couldn't be trapped by the Jinx traps under the tower and then die. Just wanted to ensure that I would get the gold there so I could get my next large rod and complete my death cap. Because once you do that, for those that do not know AP Twitch, that is when you get even stronger. Arguably one of the biggest spikes you'll get, and then a free item spike, you are one-shotting EDCs. Before all the nerfs, I think Nash's Tooth was like incredibly big. But it's still fine. You know how strong now as you used to be though, but yeah. I'm pinging the Yon head just like, yo bro, let me just give you some more gold. Like it's fine, then I just leave. I'm still a top laner. It's like I have full right to this tower. I can take as much money as I want. It's fine. But like I just give it to him. Like I just want to go around, fuck about. And that's what this is all about. And one more thing I want to mention with TP is that if you are in stealth, like if you are casting your stealth and then TP, you will arrive in stealth or camouflage. So that's another cool trick, I think. If you press your Q, TP, arrive somewhere, they will not see you. Can be... I just like the idea of TP. Like, it's cool with Ignite to have some cool pressure, but like, the amount of spicy things you can pull off with TP is just next level. Which is why I just think this is good. And as with the runes, they are like pretty standard. Presence of Mind, Alacrity... And then I did end up taking Treasure Hunter here for the gold. Although I do think that Relentless Hunter could work. It just kind of depends. I was feeling the Treasure Hunter though. Wanting to try it out a bit. It's usually what I play when I play ADC because I'm looking to spike a bit faster. And obviously, sorry, again. Trying to rely less on roams and more on just farming, whereas like mid lane, you are looking to kind of make some plays in the side lane sometimes. And just generally speaking, you have to move around a lot because the ADC in support has to walk around together sometimes, and I think the movement speed makes a lot of sense then. And I think you could do on top lane too, especially if you're doing this playstyle here. I just figured for this game here, I will try Treasure Hunter. But again, I think you're completely fine doing both. I do again want to say that I think you can play AD too. I don't think that would be a problem. The build I would probably go then that I've been theorizing if I'm going to play AD like kind of like supportive style would be like Blade Ruin King, Hurricane, and Profane. I think it would have a lot more dueling power when you're playing AP though, and you're like kind of like more self-reliant. Whereas if you're playing AD, you are going to like get clapped by certain champions at that point if they get tab bias or something. However, if they do that when you're playing AP, you're not going to be in such like big like danger, because like your strength level with AD is kind of capped in 1v1s, whereas like AP has a bit more like quote unquote outplay potential by just like spacing them, throwing W's and slowing them. So you're like a lot more like self-reliable. Like you can handle yourself a lot better on AP than you can on AD. Which is why I think you're playing like these kind of like side lane shenanigans and shit, then I think AP is like much better. Like you'll be fine even against Tryndamere or something. Or most of the champions in the game. So yeah. We can see here though that really Soul is completely boomed. Jinx is boomed. Only Belv is playing at this point, but then I think they just lose it at some point as well. I mean, they did lose at the start, but if they wouldn't have got any kills, then I think the Belv would have been extremely tilted. Yeah. Once again, just pinging the Vel'Koz so you can come get the money. You can see now that I have the gold debuff. So again, if you don't have the debuff, I'd prioritize just getting the cannon first. You're going to get the most amount of money before the procs. And then after that, look to get the casts and stuff. So I just try and get the ones that give the most money before the debuff hits. It's like, again, I'm trying to get someone here to just come share the gold. Now he's queuing. I just really like this idea. I think it's a fun thing. Like, it's not so serious, like try hard mode. You can just walk around, fuck around, do whatever. And you'll still be fine. And like not feeling the pressure of like having to farm is also like kind of relieving. I think. Not getting frustrated that people are taking your waves and shit. I mean, still you want to maintain relativeness in like relativity in XP, right? Like you don't want to be like level 9 and the enemy top is like level fucking 1 million. Right? Like that is something you don't want to happen. So you still have to get XP, but I think if you can carry yourself through the early game, then that should not be a problem at all. And I think that falling behind is pretty hard, as you can see here. Like the guy wasn't able to do anything. I think sometimes champions might be able to punish you a bit more than him. He's a very safe champion, I would say, overall. But yeah, if you want to try something top and you want to feel like doing something spicy that is viable, then I think you'd like this. It's interesting. No lot can go wrong either. You have so many options of like just roaming and doing whatever you want. Like you kind of have the entire map in your hand. So regardless of the situation, you can probably figure out something. But you don't want to like... I just don't think like getting the spot item is going to like prevent you from getting death cap relatively quickly. Like that's my main concern here. Like you want to hit that 2 item power spike, right? But I do think that with the spot item, I think maybe like slightly slower, but still I don't see like a big problem in getting it. At least if you're getting kills and that, just shouldn't be an issue at all. And now we're just kind of ending the game. If we look at the score though, it is 1337, aka lead, if you turn it upside down. Fucking chat. So at this point I said wait, let us end. Look, score line 1337, lead. Now I'm just kind of praying and then exercise before anything here. Don't ruin it. Hell yeah. Nice. GG. Yeah. And then I think Yon ended up saying like, yo bro, nice pick. Funny or something. Interesting. So we'll have a quick look at that as well. And then wrap it up. But if you guys did enjoy this, I hope you guys try it out if you want to try something new and fresh on Twitch. If not, hope you just enjoyed the video in general. Continue to have a good morning, evening, night, whichever one feels like that. And as always, take care. Have a good one. Peace.